Don't judge me. I just wish you knew. That's just like you. I miss you all the time. I need you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is the makeup show for the show that was supposed to happen last night before I had my old man sleep and fell right to sleep. Once again, this is the STS Chronicles. I am your host for this evening. 6MK, aka the six man, is in the building. So look like for right now, we rolling a little solo dolo. Appreciate you coming in. King Richie, what's going on? What's going on? So if you're new to the channel, if you're new to 6MK Live, I suggest you go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the channel. Um, Appreciate everybody that has been doing that and the continuous support. So we got a couple questions. We got a couple topics we want to get ahead. Question, yeah, motherfucker. You know, if I miss a show, 9 times out of 10, I'm done. But want to kind of make this a part two, if you caught the regulators on Atlanta Falcon Nation, as they talked about this topic, I kind of want to be the part two of that and give my thoughts on the news that Junebug, aka Michael Penix Jr., is possibly looking, it may possibly get some tutelage, not only from Matt Ryan, the Matt Ryan, but quite a few unnamed former starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Now, as we already know, with Junebug is the new face of the franchise. Sonya, D. Coleman, Jerome, D. Sloan, what is happening? Appreciate you joining in. Like you said, man, cost of admission on this channel is hit the like button. Hey, as you look at the bottom, just said some K Styles One IG. We got the Cash App up as well too. But as we already know, a lot of people are very excited to see the prospects of Michael Penix Jr. going into year two as the full-time starter for the Atlanta Falcons. But just to bring a lot of people up to speed, definitely shout out to Cameron Wolf, who's also said this on a show. I forgot what show he said it on. But Matt Ryan is looking to pass the torch to Michael Penix. Now, what does that mean for all of us? If my ATL was up, Bernard. I look at this as the official passing of the torch, and I think this is definitely a great thing. Why do I say that? It's just from the simple fact that now the Atlanta Falcon fans can finally get that embrace of, moving to the next chapter officially. Now, there's been a lot of commotion online as far as it's a lot of mixed reactions to this. But a lot of the Falcon fans are happy to hear this. And then you got some of what we call the Vic-itis, the Vic-itis side of the fan base that's pissed off about this. And 330 said it right here. Matt gives knowledge to a quarterback that has more physical attributes than himself. Great upside, reminds how much mentorship helped Matt in 2016. Yes, you always have to respect the guys that came before you. And it is also for the guys that came before you to actually bring you up to speed on what you could do to improve yourself. Now, is Michael Penix Jr. a finished product? No. Does he got a lot of stuff he needs to work on? Yes. But thinking of him working with Matt Ryan is the best thing for him. Like you said, not only somebody who has done it at a high level for this franchise and in this league's history, but you're also going to be working with a quarterback that's dealt with a lot of adversity. And what I mean by adversity, I'm not talking about adversity as far as well, now you could throw that in there, but he's had to fight the demons of the past himself as far as this Atlanta Falcons team. And what he does and what he will do is kind of ground Junebug a little bit as far as what to expect, what's the good, the bad, and the ugly of playing here in Atlanta. Because, like you said, right now with Michael Penix, right now he's getting a lot of love right now. Really, not just on the skill set side of things, but you also know the symbolism part comes into play as well. I mean, we can't ignore that. Michael, black quarterback, Atlanta, everybody wants to put the parallels together. Um, let's see, what can Vic teach him that can elevate his skill set? I don't really think it's I don't really think it's too much just for the simple fact that they both kind of have the same mindset. Um, I think what Mike Vick could teach Michael Penix is how to stay out of. But what I mean by is kind of pick your situations wisely. As far as not taking the game for granted, because you have to remember when Mike Vick was here, with all the love and fanfare that he had, you can kind of tell he started taking the game for granted just a little bit until it got taken away from him. And now then he had to learn that lesson on how to take it a little bit more serious. So that's what Vic could teach him, which would be a different mindset from Matt Ryan. Because like I said, Matt Ryan is Atlanta sports greatest villain, and the adversity of having to follow behind Mike Vick and to get crucified for it, he's gonna teach him that mental toughness of this league. Michael Walker, what's going on? Jerome 6'9". Hold on, what'd you say? Um, yeah, footwork, it need work. Yeah, 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 definitely. But like you said, that's all quarterbacks going into their first couple years in the league. It always gonna come down to that. Like you said, it's just to teach him to be 1% better than what he was. I know that's kind of a cliche thing, and we use it and I think everybody uses it all the time. But let's see what we got here. What we got here? We got some old. Hey, look, like I said, make sure y'all let me know if y'all can hear me pretty well. Might need to adjust this a little bit. All right. So the second question gonna come down to is, can this be a learning lesson to take Michael Penix to the next level? Yes, it can. One of Michael Penix's greatest strengths as a quarterback for this team right now is his confidence. This is why I keep saying his confidence is his greatest weapon. He's got the talent. He's got the arm talent. He's got the quarterback mentals right now. But his confidence is his greatest weapon right now. Is him not being afraid. Him not being afraid to throw the football in certain spots of the field. And what that is and what that does is it brings out the best of the guys around him because they know, okay, he believes in us. He believes that we can stay in this game. Let me fight hard for him. This was also one of Matt Ryan's greatest strengths too. To navigate through the waters and keep the belief of his teammates. That's why people fought. That's why people fought for him. That's why you heard at the end of the day, as much as a lot of people that tried to play Matt Ryan against Julio Jones, Julio Jones had to give Matt Ryan his flowers. And that just comes with it. It's about respect. I think as long, like you said, as long as Junebug respects the game and respects the process, you may possibly see that. I'm trying to put the right words. I'm not gonna say elite status because I don't necessarily go off it. But what it is 2025 could be a special year for him. And I have full confidence that it will be. This is pretty much the same situation. And which I kind of find that was very interesting about it is he's literally going to have literally the same situation that Matt Ryan had when he was a young quarterback, which is a good thing. In which you, like you said, you have enough skill, you have a few skilled players. The only difference with this team is you're still trying to figure out who is the leaders of this team outside of Michael Penix, outside of Jesse Bates, outside outside of those two, who are the leaders of this locker room? Mm. Yusuke said he back from vacation. Hey man, where'd you go? And why you ain't invite nobody in this chat? Um, Didi said he didn't win a Super Bowl, but he had a heart of a champion. And this is my thing. This is my thing when it comes to the Super Bowl conversation. Is it disappointing that we didn't win that Super Bowl? Yes. But this goes back to when you say you have to play all four quarters. You gotta play for $1. You gotta play for $1. 60 minutes, $1, 1 hour. Said a great quarterback can elevate an average wide receiver. Look great. Look what Matt did for Gage and Turbo. Yeah, yeah. He also did it for Roddy. He also did it for Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman, Austin Hooper. It's a lot. But that leadership right there, like you said, can Michael Penix can be that guy to elevate Kyle Pitts. if Kyle Pitts is still on this team for 2025. Um, one of the best arms in the game, but one of the best young arms in the game. But I think one of his flaws that I do see outside of footwork, sometimes he's gonna have to learn how to put some touch on the damn ball. And that like you said, that's just something that just gets learned with time. That gets learned with time. There was quite a few passes last year where you take just a little bit off the ball, the throw is a little bit easier than what it needed to be. For example, interception to Kyle Pitts, the first interception to Kyle Pitts. He threw a laser in the wrong spot, but I get where he was going with it. He wanted to get him involved, but to still have the confidence to go back and erase that play out of memory and go back out there and sling that thing. Mike Walker said Harry Douglas is the main one. Um, let's see. Matt knows what a young quarterback needs on off the field without getting too deep in. Fans and media will move different because of respect Matt had. Yeah, gotta learn how to tune the noise out. Because what it is that a lot of people are going to be looking at Junebug as being a guy. Um, a lot of people kind of look at him to be the savior. And I'm here to tell you, K Styles is here to tell you, it's a that's a bad mindset to have. Well, looky here. Is that somebody else that just popped up on my screen?
Oh yeah,
We got the Joker in the building, y'all. What's happening, one?
nothing much.
Yeah, nah. These folks, I guess these folks were shocked that I went solo dolo for the first 20 minutes of the damn show. But hey, man, you came in on a good show. Like I said, this is the recap. I mean, the redo of what was supposed to happen last night. I want to go ahead and get your thoughts on. I want to get your thoughts on this as far as Michael Penix taking mentorship from Matt Ryan and former quarterbacks in this league. What does that tell you about
Oh,
Michael
it,
himself?
it speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. What people don't want to admit is how similar they are. That's the problem.
Mm,
That's the problem. See, for somebody to take you on as a mentor, um, what up, 330? What's going on? For somebody to take you on as a mentor, they got to see themselves in you
mm,
because if not, they won't really pour into you like they want to. And we talked about this, briefly yesterday. For all y'all out there, y'all Vic fans, yeah, while he might be a black left-handed quarterback, he has more similarities with Matt Ryan than he does Mike Vick, to include his injuries and how he overcame them in college. Now, if y'all know his background, y'all know that, by him running around so much, he messed up his knees. So it forced him to have to evolve from a glorified running back that can throw the ball to an actual quarterback. He had to learn his craft
mm,
because if not, he would have ended his career early. Matt Ryan came into the league with the same issues. He had injured his knees in college, and both of those injuries helped them to discover their other part of their skill set. So Matt seeing him coming straight out of college was like him seeing himself. But also Matt knew what happened to the last couple quarterbacks that we had on this team, to include Ritter. He got chewed up and spit out by the fan base. He got chewed up and spit out by the NFL. Didn't make him a bad player. It just didn't work. So, seeing this man's promise, what are you going to do? You're going to make sure that you do everything you can to help him jump ahead a little bit. Now, remember, I used to tell people you can't escape the rookie process, but there is a caveat. You can get a couple of leaps ahead in terms of learning how to be a professional, learning how to be a champion, learning how to think, act, carry yourself, play, and train like a champion. But not very many young quarterbacks get the opportunity to have a championship mentor. Now, for all of y'all that want to say, but he didn't win a Super Bowl. No, he didn't win a Super Bowl. He went to one, but he did win an NFC championship to get there. And not many quarterbacks can brag about them winning any championship in their perspective part of the, NFL.
Right.
So him taking on Michael Penix, he understands, number one, Michael Penix is not going to have an attitude. He's not going to come like he knows it all. He's going to suck up everything that Matt Ryan can give him, all of the knowledge, all of the training tips. And for Mike Penix to be speaking in a manner like Matt Ryan to say, hey, look, I'm going to get with my offense and we're going to go train off season so that when we get in there, it's second nature. That makes it easier because Matt's already done that. So he's already following in the steps. All he has to do now is say, hey, man, when you see this, do this. When this happens, do that. Learn to train like you're going to play every day for a championship. He's going to get him ready mentally. So the little mistakes that a rookie that has no mentorship makes, Mike Penix will be able to recover a lot faster than the average young quarterback. And you'll see this on the field. Then it'll translate to everybody in the offense.
What's going on, Mike?
Hello.
Had a good nap.
I think I did. I did.
Yeah, I think when folks don't realize that those power naps be a blessing in disguise.
Boy, they pay
Mhm.
dividends. They pay dividends.
Yeah,
But
this one did exactly that shit.
yeah,
I thought I was
I
laying
was I
down for
was
30 minutes. Nope, didn't happen.
but as you seen the topic of the show, I'll let you hit this one up with Georgia Texas boy. He said, have y'all heard the news rumors that Penix has already been holding meetings with his wide receivers?
I believe it.
And Mike, how you feel about Junebug uh being a Padawan to Matt Ryan?
Well, I'm gonna ask a question here. Probably gonna baffle a few people, but the first question I want is why should I give a damn? Why should I care about him learning from Matt Ryan? Like, why, as a fan, should I care? Because we've seen this before where guys get it, they get that knowledge or they get the opportunity to learn behind somebody and then they end up throwing it to the side. So, what makes Michael Penix different from any other young quarterback? Because we've seen a lot of young people of today, they get the opportunity to learn from somebody and somebody, take the time to give them that knowledge. And we see them on the field and they do the complete opposite. They throw it in the dirt. They throw it in the back of the limo. They throw it in the back of the car.
Mm.
And look him in the eye and say, yeah, I hear you, and do the complete opposite. So why should I care about Michael Penix meeting with Matt Ryan? If he, especially with a lot of young players of the day, they don't give a shit about anybody giving. So that's the question I want to pose, because we want to sit up here and talk about what's good. Let's say he doesn't. He doesn't take any of Matt Ryan's advice. His bad works, his good works. He don't take any of that. He just say, you know what, I'm my own guy. So you heard quarterbacks say that before. I'm my own person. I'm not trying to be Matt Ryan. I'm not trying to be Mike Vick. I'm trying to be the best me.
Mm. Well, I think why a lot of people like it's kind of like being made into a big deal in a certain way is they're kind of I think a lot of us are kind of looking at it from the aspect of you know the actual like the true passing of the torch type situation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, certain folks will actually look at this as a Matt Ryan redemption story. I don't know why they will go that route, but
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But I think I just think I just think that it's just good to see, you know, somebody within the legacy of the team that we love who is at the best at that position this team has ever seen,
Mm-hmm.
being the one to reach out to the future to a guy that has similarities with him and basically just let him know all the tricks, trades on how to navigate through the media and navigate through the adversity that he had to deal with as far as having to play with the expectations of just the Atlanta media itself that nobody else before him ever did.
I got an answer to that. If you get somebody that's been there and done it, that reaches out to mentor you, and you decide you want to do it your way, that's great. You just become the next popular loser. Simple and plain. Because we talked about this off stage. There's always somebody that's helped somebody else. All your greats had somebody that helped mentor them.
Hmm.
Whether or not they take the advice is on them, that's true. That's being a grown person. But it comes with consequences. We've seen that. Everybody that had a mentor that decided they wanted to do their thing became a popular loser. Because at some point in time, whomever has that amount of experience, you have yet to get it. And a lot of times, people that impart experience onto you, it shortens your learning curve. So, yeah, you can go ahead and do it. You're going to have talent, but your talent only gets you so far. Again, in this league, experience whips talent every time. So, you can go out there talented, do it your way. You're going to be a popular loser, plain and simple.
Hmm. There you go. There you
Well, that's exactly what I was looking for. That's the answer I was looking for. Everybody looking for sunshine's and roses all the damn time, but sometimes you're not going to get that. This is exactly what happened to Mike Vick. Mike Vick had an opportunity to be to take heed to all the knowledge that every quarterback wants before him. They were trying to give him that, and he said, "Nah, I'm me. I don't need help. I'm talented." But the areas they were talking about is why should I care about Michael Penix and Matt Ryan working together was answered by these two gentlemen right now. That's exactly what I was looking for. See, as a fan, we always look for the best. This is why conversations about Shitty McGuire used to play for the Chicago Bears. This is why that's why it hurts so much is because everybody want to focus on the good things,
Mm-hmm.
but but the bad things are what's cost him his job. Now he's looking up at the ceiling trying to figure out, like, damn, I thought I was talented. Yeah, you were talented. But what do you do with it? Did you do the things that Michael Penix is doing, sitting in on the sideline, teaching, talking to the coach, screaming at the offense, whether it's offensive line, running backs, wide receiver, are you doing those types of things? We don't know. So this is why a guy like Matt Ryan is going to be able to be a guy that is going to work in his benefit. And if Mike is not like Mike, hint, hint, if he's not like Mike, he's going to listen to it. He's going to take heed to the mistakes that he made. Because one of the things I do, just me personally, anybody who knows me and everybody who works with me, know I'm a complete jackass when it comes down to I will leave your ass in the middle by yourself so you can fuck up. Just to see how you're gonna react. I will purposely set you up to lose just so I see how you react from it. What did the great Yoda always say, Juan, about failure?
He said, "Follow, yes, but failure is the greatest teacher."
That's it. Failure is the greatest teacher. My worst attributes are what's going to get me to the point where I'm just like, all right, either I'm going to obsess about trying to learn from them, or I'm going to let those mistakes destroy me. And this is why I'm looking at Michael Penix right now. He's going to look at Matt Ryan and say, man, damn, boy, that 28-3 still fucking you up. Matt Ryan going to either say yes or no.
But but but
He's going to be able to look at and see this in Matt Ryan's eyes. He's gonna look at the pain. He's gonna look at the happy moments and be able to look at Matt Ryan in the eyes and say, all right, you don't want to do what I did. I should have said something to my head coach and I did nothing. Okay. This is what Matt Ryan is gonna be able. He's gonna be able to show on those bad times. It's the failures is what creates best teacher. Matt Ryan, for example, a lot of people don't realize this, but again, Matt Ryan was supposed to be at Georgia Tech running he was supposed to be running the damn option. He was that great of a teacher. I mean, he was that great of an athlete,
mhm,
but he ended up having a knee injury that pretty much screwed him and turned him into a pocket passer.
mhm.
See,
Do y'all,
failure is what got Matt Ryan to where he is.
there you go. And what y'all don't understand about our team, and the reason why we can speak so confidently on the team and critique so heavily on the foolishness, is the way this team has lost makes this team perfect for when it's time for them to win. Listen to what I'm saying. The way this team has lost in recent years, to include the Super Bowl, is going to make them experts when it comes to winning. The way Matt Ryan has lost makes him an excellent teacher for Junebug. Because don't think he look, he got roughed up in some of them games. So the way he lost in college makes him an excellent quarterback for right now. because he had to sit almost a whole season and watch adversity and then get put in the fire to try to at least give the team some morale even in a losing game. So he's perfect for it. He's not going to come in here thinking he's it. He's going to understand he's a part of it.
So basically you just go, like you said, that basically goes into what I was saying, is that Matt Ryan going through the adversity and the adversity of his own decisions and the vitriol of the cult of what Atlanta was would be a greater teacher for a young quarterback like Michael Penix than what Mike Vick would have been able to teach him, because Mike Vick went through, he was the golden child of Atlanta.
Yeah.
He could do no wrong in the eyes of the fans. He could do no wrong.
So 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 that
Like,
so 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 that so that goes right with the question. And like you said, Sam said in here, Mike Vick, he pushed off, he ignored Steve Young,
Yeah.
and Steve Young was his idol.
Mike Vick got accolades before he earned them. Let's say that again for y'all in the back with y'all with your Vic headphones on. Mike Vick got his accolades before he earned them. He got the video game endorsements before he earned them. He got that big contract before he earned it.
Mm,
You see what I'm saying? Mike Penix didn't come in the league with a sense of entitlement. Mike Penix came in the league hungry to win, hungry to make change. There's a difference. Mike said he wants to win 5 Super Bowls, but he never has the mentality right now that I've already won them.
mm,
He played if you watch every game Mike has played thus far from last season, he's played like every game I play is like my first and last game. If I don't get this right, I can't get what I came for. So he's gonna play every game like it's his first and his last. Mike Vick
mm,
played like he already made it. He just here he just here to show up, and we went right along with it because it was exciting. And he played
mm,
like he had it until he figured out he didn't have it and had to go to a whole nother organization and learn that maybe I should have did A, B, C, and D, and I probably would have had it.
mm, mm. So pretty much what you saying is he took it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said earlier, he took it for granted. And that's why and what's going on, Auntie Pam? Uh Dreddy
yeah,
said
bro.
preach. We got Joseph Thornton in here, BP. Um so let me ask everybody that's watching this a question. It just based off of those talking points as far as adversity versus praise. Out of those two quarterbacks, who would you rather Michael Penix learn from? Matt Ryan or Mike Vick? And we just going just not off a skill set, but we're going off the intangibles. We're just
I'm gonna
going
say,
off the intangibles.
I'm gonna say Matt Ryan because the great Terrence Mathis said this to us many a day, and I thank him for it. He said, in order for your team to become a championship team, you have to have championship pedigree. I can't teach somebody something or I can't show somebody where to go if I haven't been there. I can't.
Mm, mm. And the third here said interview Matt admitted to his knowledge of how he was viewed by the fan base in Atlanta, and yet he stuck it out at a high level many wouldn't have. Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah. You got folks out here crying about you not being just like them. If you went through that kind of shit, I don't. Most of the Falcons, I think, shit, most Falcon fans don't even like people talking about the Falcons being losers. You think they got the mental fortitude to go through what that shit that he went through was?
If you got a mentor, if you got somebody right now in your circle and they're telling you to be like them, you have already failed.
Hmm.
Your mentor should be telling you, I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me. You don't never,
Exactly.
Mike will never come out of his mouth and say, hey, man, everybody that roll and rock with me, I want them to be like me. We going to look at Mike like, why? Mike should be like, bro, you should take my stupid moments and say, learn from this, be better than me. He don't sit up here and teach us about being content creators to be like him. He teaches us to be content creators to be better than him, to add something else to the pot. If that man was sitting up here telling me to be like him, I'd be like, Mike, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do it because I can't be Mike. I can't.
Shit, I know damn well I can't be Mike.
So if you got anybody in your corner telling you to be like them and they mentoring you, you might as well just leave. Just pack it up, go home and just say I failed.
Like I said, you can be inspired by them. You can take, like I said, you can take bits and part and learn from them. But like you said, you don't want to be like them
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
because
I've
you
never,
didn't have the same upcomings as to how they got to that point.
Right.
You don't know that part of it.
I've
Go ahead, Mike.
never, I've never anybody that know anything about me and have seen like one thing about me is like if you ever notice with everything, I'm just say this. Everybody that we've ever had any dealings with, the people that actually listen to me, let me say this again. The people that actually listen, I know I'm gonna hurt some feelings about this. I don't give a damn. But the people who actually listen to me, these people are monetized. Every last one of them. From the big lows to the snitties to me listening to Dan and Dan taking certain things on. Mr. White, me, like I was about to punch him in the throat a couple times, but he listened. He
Yeah.
actually listened to me and look where he's
Hey,
at. He's
hey,
he's
look, we got the residential soldier in here. Jaden, what's going on, man?
and look and Jaden, if he listened to me and he listened to me and he listened to OG, he'll be monetized too. Everything that I touched, man, I got channels you guys probably don't even know about that's sitting at 500, less than 500. I got 2 or 3 channels that's sitting doing nothing because I can. Okay, why? It's because I can. Because I soaked up all the knowledge that everybody gave me. Everybody. Y'all heard me say it time and time again. Everyone you see, I soaked up all the knowledge that everybody gave me, including these gentlemen right here on this way. Because they listened and they soaked up the knowledge. Okay? So no one, and I mean no one, can sit up here and say that they've been anywhere near me and they haven't gotten better and they haven't gotten monetized. Every last one of them has been connected to AFN has done exactly that. So at the end of the day, what am I saying? Yeah, I do have, qualities that can't be replicated, duplicated, whatever you want to say. Like I know that. But this is not what makes me me. What makes me me is hard work, not willing to come in second to anybody. Okay? But hard work and dedication to this particular aspect of thing. That's what ain't nobody going. I have this motto. I say ain't no motherfucker finna work harder than me. Ain't nobody in here. If nobody in this Falcon League gonna outwork me, that's my mentor. So this is the exact same thing, Mike. If he wants to be great, he gotta be obsessed. He gotta be obsessed and not throw his damn playbook in the back of his Sudan. Like he can't be doing shit like that. Oh, bitch, I know I'm him. I know him. You ain't get to tell me that. I know that. But I'm here. I'm him because I actually do the work. Some people don't want to do the work. They want you to do the work for you and then get mad at you because you're not doing the work for them.
And want to say they him.
And they don't want to say they him. You ain't him. You ain't. What have for one? What have you built? Who have you helped? That's the thing. How can you be that guy and that person if you have not built anything? You've built nothing. You've helped build nothing. You haven't put in any of the work. But you want to be the boss. You want to be the big boss man. And I'm like I said, this right here is where Michael Penix is going to become great. It's not because he has one of the most insane arm talent. Like this dude, his arm is insane. His confidence is through the fucking roof, through things that he can do and he's willing to do. Like I've seen quarterbacks that had great arms like this before, but they didn't have the confidence to go with that. And then the confidence, once you got the arm talent, the confidence, the knowledge has to be there. This dude he's on the way to all three. Right now, he's 2 out of 3 of those categories.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you know what, Mike? And this is something that escapes a lot of people, especially players. And we've seen it time and time again. Mike Penix knows who he is. You can have all the talent in the world. You can have all the accolades in the world. If you do not know who you are, you will get lost in the shuffle when stuff get rough. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. As much as people wanted to defend Ritter didn't know who he was. Period.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know.
And as one of the main guys who was behind him, it was evident that the confidence wasn't there, and he had lost it.
Yeah,
So
he got
so it just went that. See, this is where we talk about that. Rather you are skilled or not skilled.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have the mindset of fuck it, I'm gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You may think I ain't worth shit. Or you may think I'm the greatest thing on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Confidence or lack of confidence will break any athlete.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Because you get swallowed up by the voices of the fans. You get swallowed up by the voices of people who are not doing what you're doing, who can't do what you do. That is, and I'm gonna give y'all trollers and detractors a secret. You want to know why you don't bother us? Because we know who we are. So we're not moved by your voice doesn't register with us. We don't log off of here and hear your voice in our head. We are who we are. We know who we are, and nobody can be better than who we are. Period. Ain't nobody gonna be a better me than me.
Your ass for 2 hours straight. I dare a motherfucker to try me.
Listen,
Y'all know I'll make a whole goddamn show for 2 hours smoking your ass. So please, again, that goes to that. Please, y'all don't see me do it before. Y'all don't see me at work. Make a whole show just dedicated off of what you said.
Listen. Me, I'll make a show, a song, a cartoon, and a 5-volume record talking about you.
Mm-hmm. Smoking.
I ain't got to make no damn record. I'll talk about you in one sentence. It hurt your whole family generation with that one sentence.
Right.
But like you said, and this is a good example with us. See, Sam ain't shit talking about can't be like Mike. Nobody can wear that straight jacket.
three dirty. 3:30 talking about one, the pause, one swallow. Look, I don't have to worry about that at all. I don't have to worry about that. If any of that's going on, it's not because of this show. It's not because of this show.
But like you said, here's the thing. And I know this is a broken record, but let's say it. I'm gonna say it again. And it goes back to what Juan just said. And what Mike is just talking about as far as having your own identity in this space. We've been called a cult. We've been called devils. The Antichrist.
Wow.
Ryanites. Glazers. Paid Falcon Shields.
Look, AFN has even got reported for quote unquote impersonating the Atlanta Falcons.
Everybody's channel done got struck down or deleted at least once.
Bruh.
I done got my channel. I done got this channel reported. Mike then got both of his channels reported. AFN got reported.
Shit, I know my short. I know some of my shorts then broke up some happy homes.
Look. AFN got reported because somebody reported and came to find out they said that AFN was reporting that they are the Atlanta Falcons. AKA somebody tried to take AFN down.
Well, you got to be mad to lie like that.
To lie like that. Yeah.
If you're gonna call me Atlanta Falcons, at least let me get a paycheck from it.
So why? So you asked the question, why do we go so hard for Matt Ryan as a Falcon legend here in Atlanta? Because we pretty much deal with the same shit that he dealt with as the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. The constant death threats.
Constant.
Yep.
The constant threats of violence.
Right.
The cancel culture. The name calling. And what do? We take your name calling, become it, and y'all love us even more because of it.
Yeah. Y'all like spoon-fed chaos. We do just like your mama did when you was a baby. We take and blend it up, puree it, and give it back to you. And you eat it up.
But like you said, that's one of the reasons why we are proud, quote unquote, Ryan Knights over here, because we know exactly what he would go through. And the best part about it is this is as a predominantly channel full of black folks here. Hell, it's the black folk that put the death threats on us on a regular basis.
Yeah.
You know something else, K-Styles, you're saying, and they're not even getting. Do y'all understand right now? And I'm gonna say this is no dig at the greats. This is no dig at like Peyton Manning, Eli, even Tom Brady in that category. In order for you to go to the next level, you have to give back. Watch what happens to Matt's life by giving back. This is full circle. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you why. When Matt got in the league, and he said it himself, when Matt got in the league, Mud Duck made sure Matt knew how to handle himself in the pocket. He knew Matt was talented. He knew Matt had it. Mud Duck made sure that he mentored Matt. People don't pay that small little excerpt he said about Mud Duck. Mud Duck made sure to teach Matt how to read defenses, when they were going to do something shifty, how to deal with when stuff breaks down, the pocket, all of that. And that's what helped Matt Ryan in his rookie season. Mud Duck McClure helped that man. Matt Ryan is now paying that forward. He's paying that forward because a quarterback that learns how to become a champion, now he's going to expect that from his team. The first thing he's going to do is do championship stuff with his offense. That elevates everybody else. Now, remember, we had this talk about 6 weeks back about what quarterbacks do to elevate their team. You're going to see it. You already see he commands presence. You already see he going to sit up there and let you have it when you make a mistake. But now with this, he's going to learn how to think like a champion. Now that's going to elevate his team because he'll have a standard of winning and he ain't going to let nobody slack off.
But I think also too, and now you said a key thing too is the full circle, because I think the full circle started for Matt Ryan when he actually embraced the fact that he wasn't loved in Atlanta at all.
Yeah.
I think once he embraced it and actually spoke it to existence, you notice the energy started changing around with the people around him, and now he's starting to get a little bit more love now than he used to. Hell, even the former football players that didn't like him are starting to show him a little bit more love.
Just to see the fucking bombs out there. These are bombs. I said they see bombs. I'm talking about the trash guys like Lamar Jackson, the trash boy like Justina Fields. We talking about trash quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts is a trash quarterback compared to Matt Ryan. These dudes are ass.
Yep.
They can't carry this man jockstrap. This man, look, this man did this year after year after year. It was only one quarterback that did what Matt Ryan did with 4,000 yards passing season, and that was Peyton Manning. Okay, that's it. These dudes are ass. These dudes are complete ass. They cannot carry this. We got a Jay Knight. I appreciate for the graphic, but that graphic is bullshit. You know why it's bullshit? Yes, Peyton Eli Manning is an absolute legend. He's a legend, but he ain't nowhere near the caliber of Matt Ryan because Matt Ryan did it on. I'm talking about this dude won every award known to a quarterback, including Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
It's not one award outside of Super Bowl MVP that this guy has not won.
Yep.
This guy has done things. I'm talking about comeback wins. Comeback wins, passing yards, touchdowns, wins. Like this dude has done everything. So when I see people put numbers next to Matt Ryan, like no, sir. No, I'm a huge. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge Eli Manning fan.
Yeah.
I am a huge Eli Manning fan. But it's a disgrace when people try to compare him and Eli. It's nowhere near. They're not nowhere near the same.
Hell, both of them damn Super Bowl wins. Y'all don't even credit Eli Manning for even winning those damn Super Bowls.
Right. Now let's see. You see, and that's why you don't get caught up in tags because he came from a Super Bowl. He came from a family where Peyton had already set it in motion. But you got to understand, Eli don't have half of the stuff Matt Ryan got. He don't. He don't.
It's quarterbacks. It's quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame don't have half of what Matt Ryan has done. It's an absolute disgrace for anybody to try to compare themselves with Matt Ryan. If you haven't won one MVP, if you haven't done, I'm talking about with the constant change with his receiving core. Like he's had Roddy, he's had Tony, he's had Julio, he's had Calvin Ridley, he's had all these guys. He had Muhammad Sanu, and he continues to put numbers up after number after number.
Shoot, he had Kyle Pitts. He had Kyle Pitts.
You see what he turned him into. So this is why, like I said, it's an absolute disgrace for anybody to try to compare Matt Ryan to a lot of quarterbacks. Because we got some trash. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but not sorry at all. Jalen Hurts is complete ass. Okay, that dude ain't good. He's a game manager. You know what he would be? And this is no shot at Mr. Doug Flutie, but he's Doug Flutie. They tell that nigga to run around and check the ball down. That's it.
Y'all saw it in the Super Bowl because, like I keep saying, if Saquon wasn't the one, wasn't the bell cow in that offense, you wouldn't have had the same type of game. I'm telling you. Y'all get
You
mad
wouldn't
when I
have the
say that.
same. When you got 9 people in the box and you don't really have to spread the ball around like that. I mean, like you could. It's easy to be a pretty good quarterback, and all you have to do is really just check the ball down and throw complete about 20 passes a game. That's easy.
And I hate to say it, he's on the same. Now he may be a step above now, but he a step above Lamar Jackson because Lamar Jackson benefited from Derrick Henry.
I've
Only
seen the thing.
difference-
The thing is, I don't. When have you said, "Yep, the Eagles won because of Jalen Hurts"?
I ain't never heard that. First of all, let's be clear. The media trashed this dude for going to Philly. Y'all don't forget now. They didn't think he was shit going into Philly. So what are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't. Listen. We got certain people, i.e., I'm gonna call her Jugs. That's all that because that's what y'all know her by. But Jugs didn't even think he was worth going to Philly. You know who Jugs is. That's all I'm gonna say about that. If you know, you know.
And again, I'm not saying that Jalen Hurts is complete ass, but he's overrated, completely overrated. We giving guys praise for barely throwing 4,000 yards.
Yeah.
We praising these guys. We giving these guys $200 million when they can't even throw for 4,000. What are we talking about?
Yeah, they do. They do, Hattie. That's called damnesia. And she is quite a person. Mm-hmm. Yes, outside Jugs. You know who she is.
I want to let people know who Jugs is.
Jugs was in a scandal with your boy, Skip Bayless. Y'all know who Jugs is. Y'all know who Jugs is because that's all y'all paid attention to when she talked. She started off on First Take. And First Take they took a look at them Jugs.
They said they yeah, I ain't gonna make that joke. Nope.
Damn, you
I'm gonna
know.
let you have it. I'm gonna let you have it. Cause I was about to say something that was gonna sound real bad. I had to stop myself.
Just saying, y'all.
Hey.
But before we get up on out of here, because we're gonna get about 10 more minutes on here. So, like you said, pretty much what we're saying here is at the end of the day, Matt Ryan is the right mentor for him.
Mm-hmm.
But all it's gonna come down to is Michael Penix going to be willing to receive it and incorporate it into his game?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the greatest ability for a young quarterback is soaking knowledge,
Yeah.
taking something from the best and incorporating it for you to get better. Because once you get to a place where you get a lot of notoriety or you get a lot of praise, that's one of the worst things that can happen for a young player, not just a quarterback, is you start to be a victim of your own ego.
Right.
Yep.
Right. And
And,
and go
and
ahead, Bill.
people in real life, this is the same problems we have in real life too. We become victims of our own egos, and that's where a lot of the bad stuff starts happening.
I'm going to give y'all something y'all can chew on for the rest of the evening. A head coach is only as good as the team that listens to him. But your quarterback will literally transform your locker room without the help of your head coach. Pay attention to what I'm telling y'all. Yes, it's the head coach's job to coach the team, but it's the player's job to elevate and inspire each other to be better. If Penix takes that championship mindset and whatever Matt Ryan teaches him to heart, he elevates the entire team to a different standard that otherwise wouldn't be there, or otherwise you wouldn't have to lean on the head coach to do that. Because here's what happens when one player steps up and then the team steps up, it forces the coach to step up. Because you can't coach a team full of men that have a high mindset, have a championship mindset with foolishness. You'll get yourself thrown out.
Yeah.
Because you're either going to get better as a coach or you're going to get out the door because the team will freeze you out. And the worst thing in the world is to have a team that got a championship mindset and you still walking around here with a hot dog mindset trying to tell them what to do. They're going to be like, sir, you need to go. Listen to what I'm telling you. So if you see the Atlanta Falcons over the course of next season change their mentality and it don't kind of jive with Chiclet Mouth, just remember I told you so. Just remember I told you so.
Chico-latte.
Not latte.
Yeah.
Chico Latte. Yeah, that sounds like a new nickname for him, for real. Chico
Chico
Latte.
Latte. Mm-hmm. Chico Latte.
Oh my goodness.
I have seen it. I've seen it on basketball teams because my brother used to play basketball. Them kids, when they get a championship mindset in them, if that coach teaches them anything less than that, oh, it's a problem. And they will call you on it. And they don't give a shit about you being no head coach.
Mm.
They don't.
All right, fellas, man, we about to go ahead and get up on out of here. Mike, y'all got any final words?
My final word is pay attention. Pay attention.
Okay. What you got, Mike?
My parting shot is all this. Yes, I do personally believe I have some great qualities, but great qualities ain't enough for success.
Mm.
You could be charismatic, you could be knowledgeable, but none of that matters if people can't connect with you.
Mm.
People can't connect with you. People act like they can't touch you, and you act like people can't touch you. You don't spend time with the people. It means nothing. None of that means anything. I've seen so many people with great qualities and great skills, but they lose all motivation because they can't connect with the people. Got to be able to connect with people. And that right there, my friend, is the truth. And I'm talking about truth.
Mm.
Pathway to success is being able to connect with the people. You ignore the people, people they gonna figure it out. They gonna know if you can't. Hey man, that dude won't even return this to me. He won't even return that to me. He won't even talk to me. He won't do this to me. People want to feel important. So if I say anything to anybody that's an up and coming, pay attention to the people. Your ass ain't that important. Just
Mm.
ain't.
The
You ain't
true
that
way.
important. You might think you that important, but bitch, you not. I can guarantee you, I can find another bitch with a round ass, and I'm promised that she can find another dude with a 12-foot long schlong. Okay, you not that good.
Man,
I'm just saying.
the truth hurts so good.
Yeah, the truth hurts so good. What it is to make it hurt so good. Sometimes love should not like it should, and it hurts so good.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah, man.
And I would say, and my final thing is, I'm trying to find it right here. I'm trying to find it here. Um, and this kind of goes with, and I'm going to quote 48 Laws of Power on this, and this is law number 9, y'all. Win through your actions, never through argument.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Mm. In other words, you must be a product of the product.
hmm So, hey man, and and one more law, and it actually goes with this conversation. Never outshine the master.
Mm.
Oh God, K Style. Ooh, Lord.
You never outshine the master,
Mm. That right there is
which
a big. That's huge.
Boy,
which means you always have to be humble enough to take in direction, as but also being able to add to something without upshowing the person that showed you something.
Mm.
yep.
So, as we always say over here, is if you think Mad Mike Sports has everybody on a puppet string over here, you already lost the battle.
Mm.
Just because we're not out here trying to outshine Mike does not mean Mike has a grip hold on everybody on this side of the spectrum.
I mean, you heard what the man said. He said he learns from us.
hmm See, the difference between this side and a lot of people that's within this space and a lot of people that's within this fan base, we don't care about trying to be like everybody else. It's not about trying to fit into a crowd. It's about making the crowd fit into what we do.
There you go.
Mm.
And that's how you get a lot of resentment. That's why there's a lot of resentment because we have a circle of people that care more about people loving them and people validating than them giving them the truth. And
Mm-hmm.
this is what makes the unholy alliance. This is what makes Atlanta Falcon Nation stand out amongst the content space over here on not only just with the Atlanta Falcon, but also just as fans in general.
Mm.
Sometimes you got to be willing to be the bad guy in order to open up the story. Because guess what? If there's no bad guy, then there's no heroes. And if there's no
Mm.
heroes, you just got a bunch of people standing around looking stupid. So till next time, people,
Hey, Kev,
what's up?
can I comment on one thing?
What's up?
And I know D Coleman joking, but I'm just gonna say this for everybody that may misconstrue what he said. He said y'all don't be even be checking Mike. Here's the deal: correction ain't for everybody to see.
hmm
I know
Yeah.
you joking, D Coleman, but I need
No,
some
no,
of the
yeah,
people.
no, yeah. He's talking about what that could that's kind of like one of the main gripes that a lot of Falcon fans have about
Yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
That's why
don't
I said
check
I ain't.
we don't check Mike on anything.
Yeah, nah. The thing is, like I said, I know D. Coleman joking, but for the people that they may take that to heart, correction is not for everybody to see.
Just saying.
Because if y'all want Real Housewives of Atlanta, hey,
Ooh, Lord.
It's out there.
it's out there,
It's out
and
there.
it's plenty of it in this space.
Mhm.
If you could look in all four directions of the damn planet, you'll see it. But we're not gonna hit below the belt and say who it is. But just know,
Yeah, it's out there.
we know
Mhm.
exactly who you are.
We
We got
know.
eyes everywhere in every crevice. So thinking that you can get away with anything, ooh, I don't know about that. Because guess what? Sometimes your greatest ally can become your worst enemy.
Ooh.
You ain't
Until
gotta lie,
next time,
Craig.
until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
No, no.
We here to stay.
Ooh, yeah, nigga.
You ain't gotta go home.
But you better pay attention.
We out.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Popped out like flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.
Oh man.